Hello and welcome to this Ferris State University football camp report. I'm the voice of the Bulldogs, Rob Bentley, alongside Sandy Gholston, as the Bulldogs just wrapped up day one of fall camp here at Top Taggart Field. Beautiful morning, and Sandy, some great energy out here on the opening day of preseason practice.
Well, there's nothing like it. There's nothing like getting out here for that first practice. And, we were at one of the meetings last night, and to come out here, you could feel the energy a little bit last night, and you could really see it here on the field. And so a really good way to kick off what's going to be a long preseason in some ways, and in some ways it's going to be a short preseason. So there's a lot of work that has to get done, and they got off to a great start today.
Of course, the Bulldogs with a veteran nucleus of guys coming back that have played some championship experience, but some new guys that they're trying to work into the program, both out of the transfer portal and, of course, the incoming freshmen.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of where we've been in some ways, and, it's the nature of college athletics that some guys go out and some guys come in, and you make the adjustment. Now in this day and age of college sports, it's maybe even accelerated and expanded in terms of some of the change that you're facing. And yet we do have a lot of veteran guys. We have guys that have national championship experience, guys that have GLIAC championship experience, and that's going to help, because that leadership is going to be really important to the success and the integration of some of those new players that are coming in, whether it's the true freshmen that are coming in or whether it's the transfers that are coming in. They're going to have to be integrated into this program, and so far so good.
As far as the veterans, the Bulldogs really kind of picked up right where they left off last spring, right into running some offensive plays and getting into the schemes here with some of those veterans coming back.
And it's great. I mean, from an offensive standpoint, and we know Coach Anise spends a lot of time with the offense, and, it has to feel good for him to, you're running your ones and your twos and your threes and your fours, and you're seeing a lot of familiar names that are out there, and yet you're seeing some new names that are out there as well. But it's really good to have that experience and guys, especially at quarterback position, guys that have been there, that have done that. And that leadership is going to be really important to the success of this offense. There are a lot of weapons on this offense, but the pieces have to fit together.
Bulldogs have really concentrated on that leadership. Coach Anise kind of mentioned some guys starting up front with Jarvis Wyndham, returning starter at center, Tim and Bob Anderson on the offensive line, and then on the defensive side, Justin Payout kind of man in the back end, a veteran here for the Bulldogs.
Well, I think when you look at that offensive line, a lot of experience there and a lot of leadership as well, as you mentioned, with those three guys in particular, and then some young guys that maybe people haven't heard of yet that are going to be a factor on that offensive line. So the Bulldogs are hoping that that's going to continue to be a strength for this program. And then when you look at that defense, getting a guy like Justin Payout back, J-Pay is a huge part of that defensive secondary. He's the leadership. He's the eyes out there in the secondary, and he's going to be a huge factor in what this team likes to do. So it's really exciting to see him back there. There are going to be some younger guys in some key positions this year, but there's some talented guys, some of which have been in the program, but we just haven't quite been able to call their name as many times, but we will in the future.
Of course, some battles that will take place here throughout camp as guys compete for playing time and opportunities to get on the field.
Well, that's one of the first things that you look at when you come into camp is what positions are up for grabs. And in a program like Ferris State, everybody's competing. Everybody's competing for a position. Even if you're a veteran and you're coming back, you feel really good, you still have that mindset that I have to compete for everything that I'm going to get. And that includes even some veterans on the offensive line. They're coming in. You could see in this first practice, the hunger was there. And those guys want to work hard. They want to feel like they're earning their spot and not just taking it for granted. And so there's going to be tremendous competition in the weeks to come as we get ready for that first game.
Of course, not only some new faces here in camp, but some new looks here at Top Taggart Field. Construction area going on here to the north side with the new residence hall going up right during the middle of practice.
Yeah, I mean, it's really fascinating here. This is a massive new dorm residence hall that's going to be built here on the north end of Top Taggart Field. And so that's going to help, kind of enclose the stadium a little bit. It's going to be a central position on campus, and so that's going to be huge. And but at the same time, it's in progress, and so a little extra noise and some banging and some work being done here, but it's going to be a real jewel of campus once that's done. And also some decorations in and around the stadium, some things to really dress up, some fence wrapping, and lots of things going on to really dress up the stadium and get it ready for the season.
Of course, the Bulldogs will open the season on August 28th right here against Pittsburgh State. A national showdown at Top Taggart Field. We'll have complete coverage throughout fall preseason camp right here.